That's one crab?
No, it's several. They're on top of each other.
Yeah, buddy! Wait, baby! Let's go!
A few moments later.
So I'm making all the different seafood that we've been sent. We have some oysters here that came from Washington. Shout out Olympia Oyster Company. This is my makeshift steamer. But I figure since it just gets hot and just like boils, it's the perfect thing to boil with. I didn't want to do it on the stove because you already know how I feel about the stove, guys. So I only use this one eye. And I'm making bacon for the oysters Rockefeller topping. So I'll tell you how to make the topping. It's really easy. But and I've got here in the sink, I've got clams. So I'm going to make a wine reduction buttery sauce for the clams. Let's see how that goes. The bacon is all done. It's perfect when they basically loosen up just enough that I can. You have to like hold this with a glove because it's these are super tough to open when they're raw. Boom, there we go. See how it's like still kind of jiggly? These are huge. I've never had oysters this big, ever. So we make Rockefellers. You take off the flat side and you dump the like ocean juice. Look at that. Nice and jiggly. You don't want it to get tough like a piece of chicken. Oh, these are huge. I've never had any this big. Usually the ones that I get are like those miniature ones that if you barely cook them, they shrivel up so bad. And so you end up basically eating topping with a little oyster. These are oysters, guys. The quality, I wish I could compare like the ones that I usually get next to these and show you. I say usually, like I get them all the time. But
yeah, you've got them like twice.
I got them twice. Did you hear that? Wish we could. Well, once I start cooking them, you're gonna catch them. I've never cooked any live seafood before. Never.
Really? On the oysters, you normally get it live?
They say they are, but honestly, I don't think so. Cause they don't. I mean, I guess they open up.
Well, those are clams, not oysters, though.
These are clams, but these ones are like. These are like breathing.
You never cooked clams.
Never cooked clams. So now I'm making the oyster Rockefeller sauce. So, putting like 3 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of white cheese, and once that melts, then I'm gonna put heavy cream. So guys, I'm taking out this cheese. I melted probably like 1 tablespoon of it, but Brad doesn't like really strong cheese, so I'm gonna switch it for some Publix mozzarella.
It's got the whole kitchen smelling like feet.
It does smell strong, but it's about to get watered down, so I just took it out halfway. I'm gonna put mozzarella. This Publix mozzarella cheese is just like generic, like you can't really taste it, but it gives you the texture of cheese.
You can taste it, but if you like foot cheese, then it's not strong enough for you.
And I also add a little bit of bacon grease in my skillet. I might add a little bit of more bacon grease. It just depends. I might put olive oil. It just depends.
Depends on what, how you feel.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. It's like when you're in the kitchen, the food kind of just talks to you, and it, like, if you're in a good cooking mood.
Like the clams?
The clams were literally talking to me. Like, basically, I'm treating it like a roux. Like, when you make gumbo, you melt butter and flour, and you make a roux, which is the base of it, and it's like a thick paste. Then you add water to it, and you season that water, and you have gumbo. And plus your seafood and all that. But I'm making this sauce like a roux, and so I need to get it to the right consistency, where it's thick, but it's not too thick. Right now I'm adding more cheese. And I don't have a recipe for this, so. I'm gonna add some Old Bay right now. Just a little bit of Old Bay. Woo! This is a big one. Look at this. These are not even more perfect. See how it's like basically still raw? So I just added my spinach and I added more heavy cream. Basically I'm gonna keep adding, like I'm gonna use this whole thing, but I'm gonna keep adding spinach and heavy cream, and the spinach is gonna cook down. I like a lot of spinach. I think it tastes good. So yeah.
Berto just got back from the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got agua de guayaba and agua de lima y pepino. And it was awesome. I spoke to the person in Spanish, told her I was visiting, told them my life story practically. I'm like, I'm from Missouri, and in Missouri we don't have many options of agua frescas. And like the restaurants that have them only have horchata, so just like the milky cinnamon one, not really the fruit flavors. I want you to try this lime cucumber drink. It's amazing, and I got it without ice, so it won't melt.
So basically this is done. I just have to add, I'm shredding bacon, or like ripping up some bacon right now to put in here. This is, I turn it off, it's off now, but it's gonna harden a little bit, so I might have to add a little more heavy cream. But when I put this on top of the oysters, I'm going to add some Old Bay and some Parmesan cheese and some garlic as well. So.
All right, Lex, try this.
Try it?
Yeah.
It's good, kind of like milk, like cereal milk, but like Fruit Loop cereal milk.
I gotta try the other one.
I think I've only had guanaba now. I'm not sure I've had like guava.
Refreshing. Really sweet. Cucumber, and it's like lemonade cucumber.
Yeah, it tastes like lemonade. Probably doesn't have much of a flavor because it didn't smell.
It's just like sweet.
Fruit Loop cereal milk.
Yeah, it's milky sweet. I don't know. But it's not really strong, you know? Oh, no, that's interesting. That's gotta be the cucumber one. That's kind of good. That's actually kind of good.
It's good. There we go.
That is huge. What the heck?
These are already cooked, so just gonna give it some heat. Oh, hopefully that works. I love this apron so much because I can like wipe my hands on it when I'm cooking. So I just added olive oil and Old Bay because basically what happened was the cheese started to get a little hard and clumpy. And so the olive oil is going to make it slip some and make it more of like a fondue and less of like a queso.
All right, we're putting the oysters on the grill. Don't know how to grill oysters, but I guess we could just search it online while they're on.
These oysters smell
We have the
amazing.
slow and sear on there, and we're gonna put it on the cooler side of the grill. I would move this a little bit this way.
A little bit away from the flame.
You don't want to burn the oysters.
You do not want burnt oysters.
Want to show him how to do it, Lex?
Well,
I've never had these.
Okay, so oyster Rockefeller. You basically take a piece of bread and you just scoop it, and the oyster's hiding under there somewhere, and you put it on top of your bread.
Oh, you eat it on bread?
Yeah, you eat it on bread. Like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is good. To put on the grill is a good idea.
These are some good oysters.
These are the best oyster Rockefellers we've ever had.
Ever. Quality oysters.
Usually I only eat like 2.
Yeah, I usually eat all of them.
No, I could eat more, but I just don't want to eat them all. Cause, you know what I mean? I want you to get as many
Oh,
as you can.
I thought you didn't like them.
No, they're expensive.
Oh.
A little baby bite.
Oh, that's fire. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it?
It makes me think of like mussel. Like the mussel they used to make. Yeah, this is delicious.
Do you guys want to try this or that?
Mm-mm. Okay, we can try it.
I love oysters Rockefeller. It's like
How do we
probably.
crack the crab legs?
Wait, break it. Just break it. And we don't have a cracker, but hopefully we don't need it. Oh, but we do have the scissors. You know the back of scissors?
Oh, they break open pretty easy.
There's some butter for them that way.
These are pretty cold.
Oh, dang it, it's cold.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that
love
was
the bread,
delicious.
man.
Not gonna lie, at first I crunched on something. I thought I bit a pearl, but it was
Pearl!
I think it must have been a tiny sediment or
Gotcha.
something in there, but I don't know. It must have been chewable because I ate everything. I did not know oysters tasted this good. I really didn't. I didn't think they were tasty.
This one my favorite things.
Okay, I'm only gonna eat one more. I can't eat all your oysters. One more though. One
See,
more.
this is how you do it. You gotta put a little like depression in there. And then you gotta add it so it stays.
These got bacon in them. I was waiting on a response. I looked over and saw your mouth. Well, I don't think he's gonna respond to me, but he's not exactly ignoring me. This is like watching an animal in the wild. What the heck is that? Are you supposed to eat this?
This is like the crawfish, the part that everybody's like, pinch out the head and suck out the juice. I am not.
Yeah, that looks like that.
I
We
am
did
not.
that.
Oh my gosh, you guys, you gotta feel these.
You gotta
Whoa.
eat this. I think this is edible.
No.
That
That's
looks
weird.
edible.
That looks edible. That looks
Okay,
like
here you
food. All right, give us some tentacles. We're gonna try those, whatever
Right.
those were.
So interesting.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
Just hold it for the camera. That's so cool. Tastes like crab.
It's like crab juice.
The only thing different is the texture.
Oh, yeah, this is weird. You see that? It has like little spikes on it. If you're into crab juice,
You think that's poop? It looks like
I'm not eating that.
that looks like poop.
That looks gross.
Like how the other crustaceans have that
looks
poopy thing.
That looks like poop. But I don't know. It's probably just guts.
Yeah, like the gut
What
stuff.
else is in here?
We'd have to open it to really see what's in there.
You ready to bust down these crabs? Grab your leg, Berto.
Dig it in.
Ha.
Oh, that's a big one.
How did you do that?
Dude.
You ripped it right there.
First I ripped this off.
Shout out Carla. Shout out BL Ranch. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, your mom would be so proud. She hates seafood.
I just can't eat all this in one sitting.
Oh, you can't.
No.
I love seafood. Makes me feel like a pirate.
I did it again.
Dang.
Yeah. Have you got a big one yet?
No, I
Here, you
can't.
got this one.
I break all mine.
Here you go.
Oh, I forget there's
Oh,
butter.
thank you.
I wasn't using the butter.
Got to use the butter.
It's a lot of food.
It is. I'm so glad you're in town.
So am I. This
Picture all this with just us.
Right.
Glad I
Are
can help you guys
you
out.
okay?
I want to keep eating, but I probably shouldn't.
Oh, anytime you need help with any delicacies and eat them, you know who to call.
Right.
I will gladly come here.
If I eat till I'm max full and then drink like 4 things of whiskey.
Right. It's gonna be too much.
That's better
So-
than like drinking without eating that much,
True.
right?
You're right. That's a good point.
So that means, what does that mean?
Oops.
That means we're game for tonight.
I feel like you're like my dad trying to teach me lessons. That means, what does that mean, Brad?
What does that
That
mean?
means we should do the whiskey tonight.
Are you gonna be a big
Trying to let
guy?
you put these together and you're gonna figure it out for yourself.
Brad was talking to me like a father when we were grilling. Because, let's see, the bread or one of the meats, I forget, it was on the grill for like 30 seconds. And he said, how long was that on there? I said 30 minutes. He said, 30 minutes?
He did his head just like that. I know that look. Oh, it's so good.
Girl, what you acting all dramatic about?
It's good.
What is it?
I just ate some of this clam. It's just like all different. Everything's different. I thought this was gonna taste just like the Rockefeller, but it's actually,
It is different.
now that it's fixed, it's actually like
You can taste the wine now, but it's not
Yeah.
overpowered.
And you
So
can
like she
taste-
fixed the sauce, she took all the clams out, and then she like simmered the sauce to get the wine to evaporate a little more.
Yeah,
And I don't know what else you did, but I saw you doing that.
but yeah, and then you really can taste the oyster versus the clam.
Yeah, they taste totally different.
Completely different.
But would you like better clam, like the meat of the clam or the meat of the oyster?
They're
That's
so
hard. Yeah, that's hard. I gotta try them both side by side. That's the only way to tell.
Oh, I think I'm gonna be done. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be too full. I don't want to be too full.
It is very similar.
I saw that swallow. That was like, oh, your breath. Your breath, man.
That's a
It's the
swallow,
garlic.
like you're concerned it's going to like be alive and stick to your throat. That's the type of swallow.
That was not
Swallow.
like, so good. He swallowed like, you need another one so you could.
Oh, you cleaned it out. You're gonna finish it.
Oh yeah.
Gotta honor his life.
Okay, yeah.
I do want to.
Oh, it's wiggling.
Why are you guys doing this?
Nope.
I went from holding animals in my hand,
Right.
like eating them live.
I bet he didn't think his life was gonna end like this.
Right. You're so cruel.
I went from being caressed to just.
So how do you like it?
No, that tastes good. It actually does taste good.
You want another one?
It has a very similar consistency. It just doesn't have the flavoring that this has.
You want another one?
If I put some of that flavor on there.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. We to go. She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know. But I don't